Africa can, Morocco can. Yes, we can. Mama Africa, rise. Golden prize. Africa cup, level up. 25-5-5. AFCON now live. African football alive. African football.
Welcome. This is Africa Cup of Nations Extra, if you like AFCON Extra, here on TV 47. My name is Tony Kwalanda. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays wherever you are. This is not recorded. This is live. I am not alone. I am, of course, with by the greatest minds in football, that is Michael Barnabe, together with Celine Waithira. We are here, of course, giving you and serving you sports, especially football from Morocco. Yeah, Barnabe was telling me life is very interesting.
It is very interesting.
Watu wanapiga sherehe, watu wanakula nyama.
Toka Shimaravandu wana watch.
Watu wa matunda, watu wa Murima,
watu wa Ndumberi. Sisi tuko hapa tunachapa kazi. Anyway, we are here to make sure that
you have
unapata hiyo yote yenye unataka.
You Hondo, definitely this is a place to be. Celine, Merry Christmas. Barnabe, Merry Christmas. And of course, Merry Christmas from our entire team here, led by the man from Eshisiru Express, anajulikana kama Mafindio, aka Sanik, together of course with producer Boniface Kimanzi. They wish you Merry Christmas. Plus our sound engineer Scholar, ama wish you Merry Christmas. Nasikia kuna Saimo pia, ama wish you Merry Christmas. Also our graphics expert Naomi, leo ni Edu. Edu pia na wish Merry Christmas. Yes. Now, tuingie kwa hii maneno. Oh, by the way, there's a question of the day. Apparently, decoder tunapatiana. Tuko na madecoder mingi. Hii si ile the same decoder tunapatiana. People are receiving decoders by just sharing their opinion. And we're asking you a very simple question this particular afternoon on this Merry Christmas. And we want to give you gifts because it's Christmas. We are asking you, after the first round of AFCON 2025 matches, which team do you think made the biggest statement? Which team made the biggest statement so far in the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco? The number to call is 0795-045-864. And also WhatsApp, you can send the video, you can send a message on 0793267279 on your WhatsApp. And of course, on our social media platforms are available on Facebook, on YouTube, and all other TikTok and IG. Yes!
Yeah.
Umeona which team so far kwako?
Na feel team nyingi zime impress.
Yes.
Only that those we expected zitashinda zimeshinda the biggest.
Yes.
Zimeshinda, but I think Tanzania has tried really.
Yeah.
Tanzania at least they lost, yes, but at least we didn't expect for them to play that kind of football.
Yes.
But personally, I thought Mahrez lost it, but he's still on fire. So for me, maybe individuals, I think wanaweza kuwa wamengangana. But it's also good to let people know that today hakuna game.
Today is
hakuna game.
Hakuna game.
Watu wanapumzika, first round.
Sherehe.
Yes. First round imeisha, sasa tunaenda second round from tomorrow.
Kabisa. And of course, Celine, your outstanding team so far that has made a statement.
I'd say Mali. I didn't expect them to show up that way. Yeah, Mali and let's say
Sema Nigeria. It's team yake.
Nigeria.
Yes, AFCON Extra here. Of course, remember every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we shall be giving you the best highlights from Morocco. Wacha tuingie. Producer wangu Kimanzi anasema tuanze na game ya Burkina Faso ama tuanze na gani hiyo? Burkina Faso 2, Equatorial Guinea 1. Algeria, of course, that's Group E. So far, Algeria top with 3 points, Burkina Faso 3 points, Equatorial Guinea and Sudan 0 points. Barnabe.
Yes, Tony, one of the most amazing matches. Yani bao zinapigwa into the extra time mpaka unashangaa. Because kama mtu aliwatch your game, dakika ya 92 bao imefungwa, dakika 96 bao imefungwa. Yani Burkina Faso wanatoka nyuma against Equatorial Guinea to equalize, because Equatorial Guinea had their goal at the 85th minute. Again, they had a red card in the 50s. So you can understand, yani ilikuwa a match full of drama.
Yes.
But remember, this was one of the, by the way, the toughest fixture. Because remember, both of the sides walikuwa in the last 16 in 2023. So that means they were here to prove something.
Yes.
Again, I think Sudan ichunge sana because they'll be playing Equatorial Guinea next. So wachunge sana. And I think, is it Algeria that they are playing against Burkina Faso, if I'm not wrong? Both teams ziko na majina, especially Burkina Faso. They have Brentford iko na mchezaji hapo. I think Ouattara, Sunderland iko na mchezaji hapo. I mean, full of, you know, names and full of energy. And it's one of the games that mimi nimeona niko like, wow, this is real football and this is Africa. Some of these matches are even entertaining more than the Premier League, I can tell you. So mimi ilikuwa one of the outstanding.
Yeah.
Having in mind that ilikuwa already gone. Yani mko mtu 10 na mnapiga bao against 11 side. That is in the name of Equatorial Guinea.
Yes.
So it was amazing. And I think they deserve to win, Equatorial Guinea. But luck was not on their side.
True. And of course, Celine, Algeria have made definitely a statement so far. 3 goals against Sudan. That's a game I didn't even expect to go that way. I thought it was going to be a goal, GG. Of course, Topsy-Turvy 2-1, 3-0, Algeria on top of the table. A red card, of course, in the side Sudan, a red card that is in your hands. What do you think about that fixing?
I guess yesterday I overhyped Sudan, and it's like they had me and they decided to go to that game and sleep. But I think we have seen Mahrez. I think he showed up, getting out of that game with a brace. Wonderful. It was a good game. I feel like Sudan really needs to up their game. I wouldn't say that Algeria was a bigger team to them, because in this tournament you don't come and say we're going to sit or we're going to give a certain team a walkover to beat us. But it was a good game. It was a good game. Algeria winning 3. Kudos to them. I think we said they are not the Algeria we knew, but they surprised us. They surprised us, so kudos to them.
But I was very surprised with Coach Apia. Why did he not factor in the Uwezo Mahrez in destroying him? Because they totally left him unmarked in all occasions. They left him, you know, space to play, and that is so dangerous for a player like Mahrez. So you don't do that against such people. And you see, he's the one who destroyed him, you know, single-handedly. In the second minute, already bao imeja. You need to learn and understand that this person is very dangerous. Personal brilliance is always a factor in such matches. So next time, achunge sana.
Indeed. Ivory Coast versus Mozambique. That's a Group F fixture. So far, of course, in that group, we have Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Gabon, Mozambique. Currently, as we speak, Indomitable Lions 3, Elephants 3 points, Gabon 0, Mozambique 0. In the fixture against, of course, the defending champions, Ivory Coast, they have made their statement. A goal scored, of course, in the 49th minute by Diallo. Celine.
Again, big names.
Yeah, I think it was, okay, I expected Ivory Coast is going to score like 3 to 4 goals, but scoring like 1, it was a surprise to me. Because if you look at their front 3, Diamonde, Zaha and Diallo, that is a very lethal attacking. And then you look at their midfield. We have Sijui Sangare and who? Very lethal midfield. And again, 4-3-3, good formation. They faced the Mozambique. But I think it was a good game. Diallo scoring, wonderful. And then you had that assist actually was given by Frankesi.
Yes.
Good one. And Frankesi actually came in after halftime. I think it was a good game. I hope next game they're going to give us like many goals. Actually, I'm supporting Ivory Coast to win it back to back.
The Morocco International cannot allow you. They cannot allow you. But I think also Casey turned up really well, and he supported that front very, very well. Coming in from ungeweza kuelewa this man anacheza wapi specifically. He was all over the field, and he was hungry. But kudos also to Mozambique, because Man,
Yep.
they said, you know what, we don't care whether you are the defending champions, we are coming against you. And I think that was what was ringing into their mind, that this team is very dangerous, they are defending this title, so we have to go hard as well. And I think they also had about 2 to 3 shots that were blocked by the goalkeeper. And I think maybe, waendelee tu na hiyo moral, they might, see the doors opening in the next fixture. So I think itakuwa ngumu unless but that group is so tough. I mean, Cameroon, Gabon, it's so tough, and you could see even what happened in the Cameroon versus Gabon team. So for me, I feel it's one of the deadliest groups, and Mozambique lazima wachunge sana, at least wakaze tu waendelee, maybe watapata.
There's be something out of it. And the Cameroon versus Gabon game, interesting fixture, of course, as Celine had mentioned yesterday. A game that, of course, will be hapa na pale. I mean, you punch, I punch. And I'm looking, of course, at the statistics from this particular game, the Cameroon versus Gabon, 54% possession by Gabon against 46 by Cameroon. A surprise for you, Cameroon won, Celine?
Yeah, true. I think the possession was distributed equally, both halves, because you could see one team possessing the ball and then the other half, the other team possessing the ball. But for me, I think we had said, if you depend on one player, you're not going to get results. We saw Aubameyang started on bench, and then he came in after halftime. I think, but they were playing good football. I wouldn't say that Aubameyang, he was the missing factor in that particular squad. But
was
kudos
it
to
tactical?
Cameroon.
You know me, I was asking myself questions. What was the coach thinking? I mean, why did he leave Aubameyang out in the first place? Was it tactical, really? I think he missed that. I mean, you don't leave him out, man. That guy is a beast, and he turns up. Ukimweka uone first perform. And for that, we give that coach a yellow card because he failed terribly. I think tactically he got it wrong against.
Actually, I think Gabon was supposed to win.
Correct.
It was not supposed to be Cameroon, but it's okay. They are going to redeem themselves, either with Mozambique, or I don't think they're going to redeem themselves with Ivory Coast.
That's a group, of course, Group F, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Gabon, Mozambique. Very tough group. I'll call it sort of a small group of death. I'm a group of death halfway.
It's one, because either Gabon, Ivory Coast, or Cameroon, one has to go. And maybe tuseme Mozambique imeenda. So one has to go. Nani anataka the defending champion? Je, ni Gabon with Aubameyang retire bila kuget kitu because he's not playing the next one? Or is it Cameroon full of stars and migawanyiko kwenye federation yao? So it will leave question marks. Who is leaving that group?
Interesting question. Who will be leaving that group? Of course, we shall be able to check it out. Remember, of course, tomorrow is when the fixtures are kicking in again in Morocco, in different stadiums in that North African country that, of course, normally hosts both the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. That is, of course, at the Tangier city next to Spain. I'm just getting a message from Chebunet from Eldoret, anasema watching from Toloita Moiben, anasema Senegal is the team to watch. Thank you very much, Eldoret, for watching. And remember, of course, this particular show, we want you to win a decoder Azam to watch your AFCON games. This week, we are giving away several of these. Tafadhali, this is a question we're asking you. Very simple. Which is your outstanding team? That, of course, that's a question of the day. Timu gani ni noma so far in this particular tournament? We want you to participate in, of course, you can call us in 0795 045 864. Which team has made the biggest statement so far in the Africa Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco? 0793267279, that's the WhatsApp number. And our social media platforms are open for you to share what you think about that, the team that is outstanding so far. Now, there was an Algeria footage, Mavindi, where Algeria fans showed up. Of course, we spoke about Algeria coming to this particular tournament with everything. Like they have come with their own shoes, with their own water, with their own entertainer, with their own MC, with their everything. And the Algerian fans, of course, as you can see, definitely they turned up. Algerians love football, and we are happy they're in Morocco. of course, Morocco and Algeria are neighbors. The Moulay El Hassan's Stadium.
Watu sio mashemeji, Morocco and Algerians.
By then, ni mashemeji.
Watu si ni mashemeji.
And I would want
a very big history.
I would want them to meet in the final.
Hiyo stadium haitakalika. I think itachezewa Moulay, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Huko kwa 95.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean,
No, I want them to meet in the final.
or even
Or in the semi.
or Egypt, wote tu ni, I mean, Algerians and Moroccans. Huwezi tofautisha who is who, by the way. Wakisimama hapa huwezi watofautisha. And they have a very big history. Yes.
Of course, let's listen into just the atmosphere, the natural sound, and of course the captain as well as the coach of these teams.
Personnel. D'abord, c'est l'équipe. Bien sûr, on veut aller jusqu'en finale. C'est l'objectif. Quand on commence une compétition, on vient pas en figurant. Après, personnellement, je fais partie d'un collectif. J'essaie d'aider l'équipe comme je le peux, comme aujourd'hui. Et Inch'Allah que ça continue à me réussir. The most important for us was to start the competition with the win. Like I said, the last two AFCON we didn't start good. Today we really wanted to make it happen, and we did. I don't think we played very good, but the most important is to take the 3 points.
Allow me first to welcome Mr. Kwesi Appiah, the head coach of Sudan.
We all know the problems in Sudan. As at now, for the past 3 years, there's not been any league. And for that reason, it becomes very difficult to pick players. All players that I'm relying on now are players from either Hilal or Merrick or some few players in Libya. So as a national team, you need to have a whole scope of the whole nation, and then you can pick players. But in this situation, which is not anybody's fault, you need to rely on players available.
Ha dato necessaria sicurezza alla squadra, ha giocato benissimo con I piedi.
Yesterday, Barnabe, you said that despite the problems in Sudan, despite them playing and of course trading outside their country, he has come to use it.
We were praying for our neighbors, and I think pia naweza sema tu ni excuse kidogo tu, because we understand, yes, whatever is going on might have really impacted the preparation and everything, but we have also talked about it countless time in maybe extravaganza show and here, that Appiah has a good project with the Sudanese football. So it is something that also has bear fruits, because ako tournament. He's in the tournament already. That's the success. Countries that are peaceful like Kenya, hatuko huko. So kudos to him first. Pale, I think whatever the results, he has made it there despite the fact that there are things and issues going on home. Hiyo kwanza tunawapatia kongole sana. So let us focus on the positives and maybe not the negatives. Only that maybe wachezaji ndio wale ambao anatumia wanacheza nje wengi pia. So I think it might not go as planned this time round, but he has a very good project that maybe inaweza kuzaa matunda next time.
Very true. We wish him Kwesi Appiah is a good player. Formerly, of course, we remember what the kind. He's a legend in football, definitely. On Facebook, I may just read some of your comments that are coming through. JJ John anasema the team that has made a statement is Algeria. Morris Tumetenga anasema tutawahi fika Singapore kama AFCON haiko kwa ile channel ingine. We, of course, normally broadcast Africa Cup of Nations 2025 on Radio 47. Of course, with my colleagues, Kauleni, Lucky Eriano, Fred Arocho. They're normally on that other side together. Hata Kimanzi, my producer, anakuaga pia, anafanya commentary at Radio 47. So, Masamisa anasema, Gabon walinifurahisha sana. Ni vile tu Cameroon walipata hiyo chance wakascore. Thank you so much, Thomas Hamisi, watching from Ruaka. Tukimbie mbio, Celine, Angola versus Zimbabwe tomorrow at 3:30. When AFCON, of course, in Group B takes off. Remember, it's a group that has South Africa, Egypt, Zimbabwe, and Angola. Angola versus Zimbabwe, in your prediction?
I think on the first round, these two teams met bigger teams than them. Angola met Egypt, and Zimbabwe met Bafana.
Yes.
I think if the coach was king, I think he took a few things from the two games. And maybe if the coach watched, you can watch the opponent's game. Like Egypt played Angola, you take a few from Angola versus Egypt. If you watched South Africa versus Zimbabwe, you take something from that game. I think it's going to be a good game. Angola are not bad. Zimbabwe also are not bad. So I think it's going to be a good game. Either of the team can win, but I think I'll go with that draw.
Interesting draw for Celine on that game. Egypt versus South Africa Group B, the other fixture, will be played tomorrow at 6 p.m. And this, I was looking at Inachezewa Wapi Bede. It should be in Agadir, if I'm not wrong. And so far, we have South Africa 3 points, Egypt 3 points. Egypt versus South Africa.
Itakuwa kubwa. Ayo itakuwa kubwa.
Hiyo ni kama semi.
If semi itakuja ikuwe ni timu ndogo ndogo, hii ichukulie kama semi ya kwanza. But before I go up, there are two things that zime catch my eye in the previous quickly. One, yesterday Zinedine Zidane alikuwa grao.
Oh, yes.
Mtoto wake alikuwa goalkeeper wa Algeria.
Yes.
And watu wanafaa wajue hiyo kwamba mtoto wa Zidane anacheza. Zidane is a French.
Ngoja before useme ya Zidane. Kuna jamaa anaitwa Fred kutoka Kericho. Fred, habari yako?
Niko salama sana.
Karibu sana AFCON Extra. Niko na Michael Banabe, rafiki ya Zinedine, na niko na Celine, rafiki ya coach wa Nigeria. Unasema vipi? Which is your outstanding?
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Sema ndugu.
Kwanza ni umejua niko disappointed because
kwa nini?
Si watch live because decoder yangu haionyeshi AFCON live.
Si niko na decoder nyingine hapa ya Azam, nataka uchukue mzee. Si niko na decoder.
Unipatie hiyo bana.
Sasa si ujibu swali yangu.
Yes.
Which is the team that has made a statement so far kwa AFCON, na kwa nini?
Team yenye
make statement kwa AFCON. Senegal. Kwa nini unasema hivyo? Sababu walirarua ule msee.
Senegal yenyewe wana deserve. Because ukiona hiyo squad yao,
yes,
ni at least hiyo squad yao ni ile players wenye wako na ile hali ya juu kwa kucheza.
Okay.
Wanacheza kwa ligi, kwa zile ligi kubwa.
Very true. Wako na stars.
So wako na ile advantage ya kuchukua hiyo kikombe.
Very true. Asante sana. Thank you very much, Fred, for calling from Kericho on AFCON Extra. Kumbuka ni every Monday to Friday, all the way till the 19th of January. We will be, of course, be bringing you the very latest from Morocco. Asante sana, Fred. Stick around. You never know, my producer and my jury will be able to give you a decoder and to watch AFCON yako. Pole kukatia hiyo story ya Zinedine. But of course that was very interesting. I mean, mtoi father
he was there watching his son playing. The other thing that pia ilini bamba kidogo ni hiyo kikombe yenye wanapatia man of the match. Inakaa vizuri kuliko some of the trophies tunajua za ligi fulani. I mean, we need to take notes. Hiyo trophy inakaa smart kuliko nini zingine za Masai na
wacha niongee na Mustafa kwanza. Mustafa, habari yako?
Nzuri.
Karibu sana AFCON Extra hapa TV47. Niko na Celine na niko na Barnabe hapa. Merry Christmas to you. Mustafa, punguza sauti ya TV yako ndio tuongee. But of course, remember, you can always call us in live. We are asking you which team has made a statement in that, of course. And of course, we are giving you this decoder, Azam, to watch live AFCON games all the way to the 18th of January, free of charge. Hapa hivi tunakupatia decoder Azam. Watch AFCON Cheza kawe, tuma ma comments, piga simu, tuma WhatsApp, mavindio kutoka zizi ruoda tatuweka kwenye mitandao. Celine tulikuwa tunasema, ninajua tumekatia hapo na nini. Ulikuwa unasema mambo ya trophy. Wewe una touch mtu personal.
Hiyo imenibamba by the way. Hiyo inakaa trophy ukiweka kwa cabinet yako wenyewe.
Inakaa imeoga.
Wengine wanapewa sijui vouchers za kununua viatu.
Na wengine wanapatiwa crate ya mayai, but ni chakula.
Anyway, sawa. So for me, I think Egypt lazima wa turn up, having in mind that, by the way, if people don't know, Mo Salah has never won AFCON.
Africa Cup of Nations.
Yes, and he is now retiring. So akona msalaba na nimesema from day one.
Yes,
lazima sasa ajaribu kusaidia timu yake. Ni kama Didier Drogba. Hata Drogba hajawahi shinda AFCON.
Yes,
and he's one of the greatest. Mo Salah walifika in 2017 and 2019, but hawakuwahi. So this time round he has to protect his legacy, try at least fikisha team kwenye semis or quarters, hata kama ama finali.
Yes.
At least. So this match will be really a second match inakuanga almost a decider, because if you've won your first, if you win the second, then hiyo ingine hata ukipata draw you are good. So it will be one of the biggest matches. Lazima wa turn up as Egypt wangangane, because the last time inakuwa ni ngumu sana for them kujitetea this time round. They have all it takes to win it.
And then of course in Group A, Zambia versus Comoros, Celine. Looking at this Group A, has Morocco at 3 points, Zambia 1 point, Mali 1 point, and then Comoros 0 points. And Zambia is meeting Comoros tomorrow at 8:30 Kenyan time.
I think we saw what Comoros did in their first game against Morocco. Even though they didn't get a win, they did put up a show. I think meeting Zambia, they're going to be, let's say, they're going to try and get their first win this tournament, I guess, but again, I'm not going to rub off Zambia, because I said and I said again, if you look at the game that Zambia played with Mali, they still played a defensive game. So like, it's either you have like, your formation is going to favor you when it comes to attacking more on the opponent side, but I think Comoros is going to take their first win tomorrow.
All right, interesting, Comoros. Then of course it will be Morocco versus Mali, Barnabe, at the Prince Moulay Abdullah Stadium in Rabat. Interesting fixture.
Mali won, yes, but they didn't command in their first round. And I think this time round, they are very unfortunate that they are hosting the hosts. You know, and sahi you don't want to meet Morocco. Because wale majamaa, they are training like they've already won it. They are playing like, yes, we are in our own territory and we have to win this trophy.
Yes.
So with their kind of attack as Morocco,
yes,
quick attacking side, Mali tend to play build up from the back. Morocco inajaribu ku press and get that ball. So if Mali tries that, if Mali tries to build up, my friend, wataona fire. Just push the ball into your opponent's half.
Yes.
Jaribu kuichezea huko kwao. But in your own half, ukicheza against that attacking and good defending side like Morocco, itakuwa ngumu sana. Wanatumia nguvu sana pia, na wanataka he win. So mimi napatia tu Morocco straightforward.
I know we almost have 2 minutes. Sidagane story. We asking you to give you a decoder, brand new decoder from Azam to watch the Africa Cup of Nations games. And some people are asking, Celine, some people are asking, why is Kenya not in the Africa Cup of Nations? And what is the difference between CHAN and Africa Cup of Nations? Celine, we just need to make this very clear, because watu wengi wananiuliza mtaani, Tony,
tulikuwa CHAN na hatuko
AFCON, correct?
Okay, we didn't qualify. There is always qualifiers played for you to qualify for AFCON. We didn't. And about CHAN, yeah, we just happened to play CHAN because we were the host. CHAN is a tournament played by local players from local clubs.
Well
and
put.
AFCON is now everywhere.
Everywhere.
If your player plays in Manchester United, whatever, yeah, but it's like a tournament for Africa. So CHAN is players from local-based club.
In short, Kenya cannot qualify for anything for now.
We'll be nice.
Tulie tu wasichana, World Cup, AFCON, even Sekafa ni vile tu Sekafa pia haina qualifications, tungekuwa pia tuna miss out. So
But we'll be playing in 2027.
yes,
Because we are hosting. Thank you so much, Celine. Thank you so much, Michael Barnabe. This show is normally short and sweet on this very beautiful day, on a Christmas day, on the 25th of December 2025. We are right in the middle, of course, of the Africa Cup of Nations. Of course, Sami Sportive anasema, what makes me, asante sana Sam Sportive. Isman Obed anasema, live from Kisii, Kemera, nice show, thank you very much. Elvis Kaburu, ni kwa nini Kenya hawayuko? Tumekujibu, Celine amekupatia hiyo jibu. Asante sana Thomas. 30 seconds Celine and 30 seconds Barnabe.
Merry Christmas.
Haya, chukua hizo 30 seconds na zako 30 seconds juu.
Watu wa box to box.
Wanakuanga short.
Amevaa t-shirt. Sijui kama mmeipata bana.
Salimia ndugu yangu wa box to box. Ndio ngaje ndugu yangu, nimesahau jina yake.
Shout out to all the box to box people. Makomi Tabitha, Lupo Shakespeare, our boss James Ndege. All of you, shout out to you and Merry Christmas.
30 seconds zangu
amekupatia.
Shukrani sana kwa mazee kutazama. By the way, kama mtu hawezi tazama hiyo, asikize Radio 47. Hizo games ziko. So mtu wangu tunapokuja kuzidigest na kuzidissect zote, dissect zote, wewe isikize kwanza pale, alafu kuja uione hapa. Itakuwa easier. Otherwise watu wa Arsenal tunakutana January.
Kwenye Carabao. Asante sana Michael Barnabe. Thank you very much, Celine. And on behalf, of course, of Nick Mavindi, the director, producer Boniface Kimanzi, sound engineer Scholar, graphics umesema Edu in the graphics department, digital I think ni Brian ama ni nani akukule ama Kove. Brian ako in the area MCR, Dedan in the MCR. Of course, on behalf of the management here. James ndio wanapiga shughuli ya kamera. Alafu technician is Asa. From us, from the Cape Media, Merry na ni Merry ya MER. Christmas and Happy New Year. Tunakutana kesho.
Price. Africa Cup, level up, 25-5-5. AFCON now live, African football alive.